Today we're going to talk about a few easy ways for you to keep negative energy out of your home using salt. Hello and welcome back to the Wholeness Shift. If this is your first time here, my name is Veronica and I teach people about easy, practical spirituality and intentional living. All those little things that you can do to make the life of your dreams. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, hit the subscribe button below. I wouldn't want you to miss anything good. And as usual, if you guys feel like this is a video that someone else would benefit from, please feel free to share that. I want to get this information out to as many people as possible so that we can all have really great lives. Today we are talking about salt. That's right, salt, like table salt, kosher salt, sea salt, normal salt. Many cultures and religions throughout history have believed in the healing and cleansing powers of salt and use it in blessings and clearings to ward off negativity and evil. It can be used to cleanse and protect your spaces from those unwanted energies, or even just to clean the air. Let's talk about a few simple, easy ways to do this. I'm sure in this day and age, everybody has heard of these, but the simple, quick, easy answer is salt lamps. You can buy these relatively inexpensively from everywhere at this point. I think even Walmart sells them, but Amazon is where I usually get mine. And I usually get them for like, I don't know, 10 bucks, 14 bucks. Not much. So how does a salt lamp work? It's a big clump of salt, has a hole bored in the middle, has a light bulb stuck in. Or it will be a basket with a light bulb in the bottom and then a bunch of rocks of salt set in it. Same thing. So the premise is that as the lamp heats up, it heats up the salt, and the salt will emit negative ions into your home, and negative ions will clean the air. And not only that, it's really relaxing because it always puts off this really pretty warm glow, and so it'll help set the tone for your space as well. Number 2, make a salt bowl. So if you don't know what a salt bowl is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a bowl full of salt. I actually have one on my desk here as we're talking. I will show you how to make these. I'll insert some footage, but I don't know if you can see. This is just a bowl with salt in it, and I have one of my black crystals in it. And I have it sitting here on my desk to help soak up some of the negative, lower frequency, more stressful energy associated with work and daytime hours, so that my office, which is also my filming space and everything else, so that it doesn't hold that energy. Recently, when my daughter was here from out of town, she was giving me a reading, and prior to the reading, she had mentioned that in my family room when she was trying to sleep, there felt like there was some energy or something observing her. And she said it wasn't anything negative, it was just there, and it was kind of just old energy that was creeping on her. So when she was giving me a reading, my guides had told her to have me set out a bowl of salt in that room. And they specifically said, and place one of your black crystals, your black stones in it. And it'll clear up that energy right away. So I did. I made one. I set it in my family room on the bookshelf. And while I was at it, I also made one for my office. And that way we can just take care of any of the negative vibes in this house, which there really aren't. This is a good house, but it's an easy tool. Keep in mind that when you make these salt bowls, you can put in anything that you want that you feel would be beneficial. You can put in any crystal or gemstone. You can put in maybe a couple drops of essential oil. You mainly want to put in any kind of salt that you prefer. I normally use like Himalayan sea salt. I just like it better, but any kind of salt will do. In this bowl right here, I have normal table salt, so you can use whatever you want. So besides the salt, you can put in anything that's considered a protective herb, many of which you probably already have in your pantry. These are things such as cloves or juniper berries, peppercorns, garlic, cinnamon, rosemary. Did I say bay leaves? I can't remember. Bay leaves. Any of those. Just put a few, scatter a few in the bowl with the salt. put your crystals or whatever else you'd like in there, and just set it in whatever area you would like to have it. If you're having a big family gathering, set a bunch around. I've seen other people on blogs and whatnot add water to the bowl to make it more of a salt water bowl. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I find it messy and unnecessary. The water just adds a grounding element, which the salt will do on its own. And if you add any kind of a black stone to it, that'll take care of it as well. So after you make this salt bowl, you're going to want to empty it out after a few days. Some say 48 hours. I tend to do it like once a week, depending on how heavy the energy in the house is. You just dump it out, start fresh. You don't want to save the salt. That's important. You don't want that negative energy that that salt may have absorbed to be ingested, so just toss it out. Number 3, if you have a larger area that you want to cover, maybe you moved into a new house or whatever, you can sprinkle some salt in each of the 4 corners of your room and let it sit. And then after a couple of days, just vacuum it up. If you feel you still need it after that, add some more. You might want to do this too if you're having a party or a family gathering or something like that. Or if you know something's going to happen that's going to have a lot of energy happening. I can't remember where I read it, but recently I was reading a story where a lady was talking about how when she was younger, her grandmother used to sprinkle salt under every seat cushion in the house before family gatherings or church gatherings in her house. That way, not only would it help get rid of a lot of the energy that these people were bringing and that nothing would stick around, but she said she also would watch to see who was fidgety and squirming in their seat the whole time and who was uncomfortable sitting in the chair, because she thought that would tell her who was ornery, who had negative energy that was fighting with the salt. The final way that we're going to discuss today, number 4, is to draw a line of salt across your threshold or across the window sashes, across your windowsills. If you have concerns about negative energy coming into your home, you want to keep things out. Once your home is cleansed and feeling good, you just want to keep the other stuff out. Just pour a line of salt across the threshold of your doors, across your windowsills, and then same thing after a couple of days, sweep it up and get rid of it. As with everything in life, you are the author of this story. Be intentional with the life you're creating and with the energy in your home. You're creating this life, so go make it a good one. Good luck and let me know how it goes. Until next time.